Hi Flosstube, welcome back to my channel. I'm Matt, NBC Stitcher, and this is Augie, the Corgi. And today is Wednesday, December 23rd, 2020, also known as Christmas Eve. This is, I don't know what number. This is a YouTube channel about cross-stitch. Or during my Flosstubes I talk about cross-stitch. I also do some book talk about books that I'm reading or things that I'm watching, different stuff like that. In case you want my thoughts on that, you can check out those. I did one video and I'll be doing another one on that coming up soon. I also have another bonus episode related to cross-stitch that will be coming out soon. I was talking to Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, and she had made a comment on my last video about fabrics, and I was like, I've kind of been thinking about doing a fabric stash dive, like go through all of my fabric, just because it's kind of like, I think we all have different things that we like to collect as part of our cross-stitch habits, and fabric has definitely become that for me, and different kinds of fabric, different colors, and from different people. And so that has been kind of my new thing over the last year, and I have created quite a collection. Well, more than a year. It's not just been the last year, but more than a year. And so, because I had to buy some additional containers, I think I could have fit everything in the containers that I had for my fabric, but I wanted to be able to organize it differently and spread it out a little bit more, so I bought a couple more. So yeah, that will be coming up soon. I've actually got it all out here, and I'm gonna film it right after this, so that you can look forward to that coming. But this will be a shorter video, and you will be able to, this will come out sooner because it'll take less time to upload and do all that stuff. What are you trying to do? What are you looking at? Well, hey, come down. Okay. Speaking of Julie, Kansas City girl in a Colorado world, she is also a designer under the name Hemlock and Rye, and Cross Studio, Hemlock and Rye, I forget the actual name. I'll write it down below, and I'll link her Gumroad down below. It's the site where she sells her patterns. Sell is kind of put an asterisk there, because the way she does it is it's a pay what you want price point. So you can put $0, you can put $2, you can put $4, you can put $100, whatever you want to put in there you can do to purchase her patterns. She released a gay holiday trio, and that's not the correct name for it, but I forget the actual name. She was talking with Colleen Rebel Stitcher about make the Yuletide gay, or keep the Yuletide gay, and because Colleen had changed out the words on a pattern to put that on there instead. You want to go, don't you? You want? Yes? No? I don't know. He's being kind of odd. You see something? I don't know. Anyway, so Julie was Instagram messaging me about it. She had started that first pattern, and she was doing that, and I was like, oh, that's amazing. And then it struck this memory that I had of it, of the saying, and I had, of another saying that's kind of like a play on it's not meant to mean gay as in a member of the LGBTQ community, or the common definition that we have for gay today, but as in just happy in the different holiday songs. So there was another one that I, it's not just, was Don We Now Are Gay Apparel. And I was like, oh, that's a great one. We did a thing in law school. We made a shirt with that on it. And then I pulled out the shirt, which actually I'm wearing, but I know it'll show you a little bit later when he figures out what he's doing. Come on. What are you doing? So you can see, it doesn't say that at all. It says, keep the Yuletide gay. So this was what we ended up going with. My initial plan, as I remembered this, was that we were going to do this on this side, and then on the back we were going to have Don We Now Are Gay Apparel, and my, my artistic idea of what should go with that was a reindeer standing up like a human, like a person, on his back legs, holding a martini glass, maybe like in a suit or something. I can't draw, so that was not happening, and we didn't have anybody that was that artistic. Also, when you are making t-shirts to sell, it was a fundraiser for school. When you're making t-shirts to sell, it's more expensive to put a picture on the front and the back, and so we wanted a lower price point because we had already made a bigger t-shirt that had 2 screens on both sides, and so we went with just keep the Yuletide gay with Santa this way. But so I was telling her about that, and then I was like, oh wait, that's not at all what I had. So she was inspired by that to do the Don We Now Are Gay Apparel one that she created, and she included reindeer and martini glasses as kind of a nod to what my original plan had been, which is great and amazing. And we were talking about sweaters, and then she put the different LGBTQ flags as sweaters, different, at the bottom there, which is amazing as well. And then she's like, I really need to find a third one. And I was searching for different, holiday songs or whatever that would have the word gay, and I found one that the last one that was Gay Happy Meetings, and Season's Greetings, Gay Happy Meetings. And so she was able to finalize her trio. And what she did with that is that she put it up on her Gumroad. You could buy them individually, you could get all 3 together. Again, it's pay what you want. But she was donating the proceeds from it to a LGBT organization in Colorado, which is where Julie is. And she did that. She donated it yesterday, or she posted about it yesterday and sent me a message. And she was able to raise over $500 for that organization through that process. So that was really cool. That was amazing. I did, I also got it, and I paid for it through the Gumroad thing, because I was like, I know you sent me pictures of these and I could probably work off of those, but I want to, support this organization and everything that you're planning on doing with this. So I wanted to do that. So I don't know when I'll stitch them. It won't be before 2 days from now, or this Christmas season, but it's definitely something I am looking for, what kind of fabric could I do that on, or different things. So they're really cute. She did them as 3 little pillows. They're not little, they're they're probably bigger than this size. Maybe a little bigger, but yeah, they're cute. They're great. You should go check it out. And it was really cool. What else was I gonna say? I feel like there was something else that I was gonna talk about. It'll come back to me, or it won't, and we'll talk about it later in another video. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. I have one new start. I have several whips. This is going to look pretty familiar because a lot of the stuff I stitched on this last 2 weeks or week and a half was what I stitched on the last time I did a video. But we'll go ahead and start with the new start. And I started another Mirabilia because why not? Oh, my Whipco board. That's what I was going to talk about. And I didn't print that out. Okay, well, we'll put it at the end, and I have been able to do that all on my phone and mash it together, figuring out this editing thing. So, as you saw from the video that I did of the snow last time, but which is all gone. It is completely, there's nothing at all. I mean, it sticks around in my backyard longer than like anywhere else in the town, because my backyard is shady and in the literal definition, not because like people are throwing shade out there or, you know, it's sketchy, but anyway, so this is Miss Christmas Eve, and so this is by Mirabilia, Nora Corbett, and this is, she is a pretty lady that is dressed up in holly and red and green, and she is gorgeous. So I am doing something a little bit different with her. First of all, I am stitching her on blue, which is not at all called for, and this is an opalescent even weave. This is a 32 count Lugana in, it didn't have a name, but it was a blue, it was a Friday Night Fight Night that I got from Brandy B. Stitch Me, one of those quite a while ago, but I loved it. I thought it would be great, and it's looking great so far. The other thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to be converting her skin to a woman of color. I wanted to kind of pick somebody to use as my inspiration, and I was looking through different drag queens that I like, and Shangela was somebody that there were some pictures of her in a dress that was not like this, but kind of in the same silhouette, and I thought she would be great. I love Shangela. She was a contestant on RuPaul's Drag Race Season 2 and 3 and All Stars 3. And she is also currently on the HBO Max show We're Here, which is kind of like a drag queen makeover for a town, for a few people in a town, and they do this big event, and it's really pretty cool. I really enjoyed it. Their first season is finished. It was actually cut short because of the start of the pandemic, but they are going to come back for another season, and I'm excited to see them do that. And that is Shangela, Bob the Drag Queen, and Eureka. But Shangela is who I am modeling my Miss Christmas Eve conversion over. I haven't got to any of the skin yet, so you can't see that, and I'm still playing around with exactly what colors I'm going to use, but I started kind of at the bottom, and this is just as I marked the middle at the bottom, and this is kind of a ribbon from her dress. I spent about one night and then a little bit more the next night and did this. I really enjoyed stitching on her, but I had other things, so it's like, I want to get back to those. I wanted to start her this year for Christmas, and I'm really happy with how it's coming along so far. This down here is part of there's 4 Karen Waterlily silks in this one, and some of that is here. Like, this is all one color, and that is one, and down here there's 2 different, there's a brown and a purple, and then like this purple up here is that same purple, and then this is DMC, the 2 light green and dark green. So those are where they're at, and I am excited to get this one moving along at some point. I don't know when I'm going to stitch on her again, but she is beautiful, and I am really loving this fabric and all of that. So, and that was I have stitched with water lilies one other time, but it was a small project and I didn't do that much with it, and it was more like I used it, well, it's been a while. I really liked it though. It was very soft, it was very nice, very easy to work with. I enjoyed it. Okay, that's my new start. I have no finishes this week, but I have several other whips. So first of all, this is Dark Queen of the Sea, and this is part 4. As you can see, I'm not quite done. There's more hair up here, because it never ends. But I have finished the rest of the hair and her face. a neck. That was really fun. There's some fractional stitches and some intricate back stitch. Not a lot. I mean, you've got to pay attention. You use one thread, you use two, and it's really pretty, and it really makes her look, I mean, I think that's one of the most beautiful faces in cross stitch that I've ever seen. So I really enjoyed doing it. Erin is great with color, in ways that like a true artist and graphic artist is. Like, they know how to play with certain colors to make it, when you look at it, it looks great. But like, I mean, just the different blues that are in here and the shadow and the way it works, it's amazing. And there were times when I was doing it, I was like, is this really, what is this? What? Oh, no, okay, oh yeah, yep, oh yes. So I really enjoyed her. This is on a 32 count Jobelan in the called for Under the Sea fabric called Bewitched, and it is great. I love it. This is what I'm probably gonna be working on tonight, and pretty much till I get her hair done. I may work on something else a little bit, but this is the focus, really, is going to be getting her hair done, and so I can move on. I am really hoping that part 5, when it comes out on January 1st, is not as much stitching as this one. This seems like it was more than any of the other parts. And maybe there just wasn't a good way to break up the hair, but I mean, you could have like done this as a later part. This was actually really easy to do, but it still took a lot of time, and still a lot of stitching. But she is gorgeous. I am very, very happy to be working on her. And yeah, I want to see where she goes next, and what we're doing next. Okay, let's stick around with Autumn Lane Stitchery for a bit. I am working on the Woodland Santa, which is a pattern Erin released this year, maybe early this year. It was before market. I don't know. Maybe it was last Christmas, but yeah, I've been continuing to work on him. I've been filling in the coat some, and some of up here with the lantern and the his hand. This is on an 18 count Ada by Picture This Plus called Jade. That's the colorway. And yeah, I have really enjoyed stitching on him quite a bit. My goals, he's gonna go away after Christmas, so I'm trying to get him. I definitely want to get the face and the hat up here done, finish the beard, and do that stuff. But I also would really like to get the lantern done. That's a lot, and because there's just a lot of stuff going on in there. But I think that would be fun, and I think that would be a good goal. And then he'll come back out some point in a couple months, maybe, or Christmas in July, or some other thing. I'm sure he'll make some more appearances, but I have a couple other winter ones that I want to get going and work on. He is also on my WhipGo board for next year, so he'll definitely be worked on next year as well. Okie dokie. Next up we have Blueberry by Singy Stitch, Rachel Moore, and this is on a 32 count Jobelan in African Daisy by Witchelt. I have continued to work on her dress, filled in more, and worked on this some more in the last week and a half. I still love her. She's great. It's, with 4 colors, it's really easy to focus is not quite the right word, but it's really easy to get through her, or just like, oh, I'm going to work on that, and then I work on that, and then maybe focus is the right word. But I really love her, and I've been continuing to work on her, and it's easy if I'm watching something that I kind of want to pay more attention to the screen. This and Santa are 2 that I have where I know, okay, right here, I can just pick up this blue and I can go. I don't have to look at the pattern. I can just fill that in. I know up till here, up here, down here. All of this, I know if I just need something to mindlessly stitch, I can do it. I've got it set on here, on Santa and his coat. I can do the same thing with the red over there. There's definitely, I like having that as an option. I don't necessarily do it all that much, but it is something, especially since I've been living in the sea of hair, that is the mermaid, the not a mermaid, Dark Queen of the Sea. But I am excited to continue to work on her. She's also going to be on my WIPGO board next year. The current draft, at least, but I don't see her coming off of it. I think she's one that I definitely want to continue to work on. And another one, oh, and there's a little bit of a haul that's on here too. Okay, so this is, oh, this one I have the picture, because I have, Forests of Sumatra by Ink Circles. And I am doing this on a 36 count linen, I know, in Toast by Bestitch Me. And I just did a little bit more. I did this bird, a couple other little motifs around him, and then I had to frog. So one of the things that I got in my haul is I bought this Frogger. You see it's got a that, and it's a Doctor Who Frogger, and I got this from Vicky Stitch and Button. She's on Facebook. She's also one of the moderators on Virtual Stitchers, and I put it on here because I had to use it. So when I was working up here, I did this, and I came up here, and then I realized, oh, all that stuff that I had up there, it's in the wrong spot. So I frogged it, and then I did this one up and did, you know, some other stuff, and I'll go back and work on it. But this, I hadn't really like planned, oh, I'm gonna work on that. But I was picking it up and picking up the floss to put it in the bag and to get it, to pack it up, and I was like, oh, this floss is so soft. Okay, I'll work on it a little bit, and then I ended up putting like 3 links of floss in. I mean, I had to frog and then put stuff, and I finished up this motif down here, the bird, and all this. So, yeah, I really like this. This is also on my goals for next year, not to finish, but to get a couple pages done. And I really want to keep working on this one. I love it. The floss is the Sumatra, it's the called for. And the colorway is Sumatra, and it's by Gloriana. It's silk, and it is gorgeous. So I am going to continue to work on that, a little bit here and there. Christian of Married with Stitches and Fortnite Fabrics, he's also working on this project, and he just started his not that long ago. We were talking about it because he's doing a silk, but I think it's Splendor from Rainbow Gallery. And so it's a little different. So that is my stitching for this time period, and we're at 23 minutes. So I've talked a little bit. I know I had a little bit more in the intro than last week, but we're moving along. Okay, so first up, let's do, this is a combination of haul and stitchy kindness. So I've got, I'll start off with some haul, and I don't think, yeah, I haven't showed this yet. So part of the Cyber Monday or Black Friday, over the Thanksgiving time period, I put in an order with Fortnite Fabrics, and I got some stuff come in. So this is 32 count Lugana in Grandma's Stuffing, which is one of their winter collection. It's a nice golden yellow. I knew I wanted something of this since it came out, and I was just trying to figure out when I was going to buy it, what else I wanted. And I got fat quarters of 4 things. This one is one of them. And then I bought a fat quarter of also 32 count Lugana, It's About Time, which is from their spring collection. And this is a nice green with great modeling, and I really like that. This would be great. There's lots of things that this would be great for. So, yeah, I enjoy that. And I also got some Aida because I wanted to get a little bit more Aida. I've kind of been more in the even weave area more recently, although I have bought Aida. I just wanted some extra ones to get something. This is Deep Fried, which is also in the winter collection. It's a gorgeous brown, like a tan brown. They also have Liver Pudding, which is kind of more of a gray taupe brown. I don't know. It's just not my color. It's not. It's pretty for what it is. I mean, it's not like it's a bad color. I just that's not my favorite color family. Taupe is kind of like the what to me. I'm a little opinionated about my color choices. But if that is your journey and that is your color, great. It's amazing. If it works for you, that's awesome. It's just, you're not likely to find it in my house. And then I also bought the greens, which is from their winter collection as well. And this is another green one. It's a darker green and it is still gorgeous. But this is also a 16 count Aida. I wanted a couple ones that maybe I could do some Biscornu or something. I thought about that, and then they're not actually on my year plans next year, but we'll see. I enjoy having more options, and you know, that's part of it. Okay, today when I got home, there was like a pile of things on my door. And one of those things is my first ever like fancy project bag that I bought for myself. I have a project bag that I won as a giveaway, but I've not bought one like, ooh, I want one of those. Part of it is I like the see-throughness, so I like the vinyl front, and then I want ones that I can fit an 11 by 11 in, because that's really the Q-snap that I really enjoy, the size-wise, and so I really wanted that. And so Becca, Sambry Stitches, who she and I are doing the I'll be stitching Sal, stitch on an owl, stitch on anything that has an owl in it and add that as a hashtag. It'd be great. We like seeing stuff that have owls in it. We both really like owls. Well, she was tagged in, or she saw this come up and there were 2 of them, and she tagged me in the posting and was like, hey Matt, this has owls in it. And it does, and it's cute and it's gorgeous, and I had to have it. You see those little owls with their little Christmas hats on, and on the front we've got some nice plaid. It's like Christmas wrapping paper, and then you've got a little button that's got the little owl on it. It's part of the zipper, and this is by Lynn X Stitch Creates. Yes, and I'll link her down below. And she's one of Colleen Rebel Stitcher was talking about her. She's another Ohio lady that is related to Keepsakes, or I think up there. And these bags are great. I mean, I don't have a lot to compare it to, but I'm very satisfied with the quality. Everything. It arrived in a nice sturdy box that was, you know, there was no problem. It was not creased at all. I loved it. I'm very happy with it. So I'm going to be putting my owl project that Becca and I are doing. I think she may have finished hers, or it was close the last time I saw it. Maybe not. But I still have the one that we started, and I have a pile of owls that are going to be done at some point. So I'm going to have an owl something in this. Even if it's not holiday, when I get another one that has an owl in it, maybe I'll switch it around. But, you know, you see, I'm already at that. Maybe I'll do that. And then I did it. I do think next year, so I've been playing around with my Whip Go, like, prize for myself if I accomplish things. And I think when I get a bingo, I will give myself a new fancy project bag. So this is definitely one of a potential source for me is Lynn's bags. They're really nice. So, let me see. Okay. let's do some stitchy kindness. Oh, so I got a cute Christmas card from Becca from Sandy Stitches, and I also got one from Robert, Palace of Stitches, and he's on Instagram and Flosstube. He hasn't made a Flosstube in a while, but he's also on Virtual Stitchers with me. We're part of the Friday night crew that get on Friday nights, and he sent me a cute Christmas card and a wonderful note in it. I'd sent some stuff to some people, so I'm, when I asked for their address, they asked for mine. So, I get stuff sent back to me at the same time because of that. And then I sent one to Bart and Katie. Park Hopper Bart is his name here on Flosstube and Instagram, and his wife is Katie, that she is in his Flosstubes now. If you go back to the beginning, she was not, and Bart was kind of like showing her stuff when she was at work, because they both cross stitch, and then she kind of got into it, and then she's now made appearances on the videos. Bart is also in Virtual Stitchers, and Katie is there sometimes too, which I enjoy both of them. So I'm very happy. They sent me a nice, cute little card, and they sent me a couple things, some little chocolate, a nice gingerbread tea, which I think will be tasty, and then they sent me a skein of DMC, but not just any skein, it's 666. I see you. No, I'm kidding. I sent them a message when I got that, and I was like, you sent me 666. Is that a read? Like, what are you, like, but no, they were just, Bart said, like, maybe, but Katie was, no, it's just because it's festive. And I was like, I know, I just think it's funny that one of the, the bright red that is like Christmas and bright redness is also, the number is 666. So anyway, that's from them, and they were great, and I'm very happy. Oh, and it had the envelope. I mean, it had my name, like fancy writing on it, and then they had a wax seal and everything. I was like, this is the first time I've ever got something with a wax seal. Well, maybe I've got it a couple times, but it was most recently, definitely, and it was beautiful. So next up is some haul. I ordered from Top Knot Stitcher. I think it's through the end of the year. I'm not sure, but Julie, Kansas City girl in Colorado World, she has a discount code for Abby Top Knot Stitcher. And it's like 10 or 15%, but everything, so I pre-ordered a couple patterns from her, and they are both from the Primitive Hair. And the first one I got is Harriet Tubman, which is, you can see a beautiful pattern with Harriet Tubman on it that says, gutsy, great dreams begin with a dreamer. And has a portrait of Miss Tubman on it. And then the other one is also from the Primitive Hair, and it's Borealis Fox. You can see that. It is a beautiful piece that has like the Aurora Borealis and then a fox on it. I like foxes. This was actually the first one that I was like, oh, I want to get that. And then I was looking for something else to put in the cart with it. And I saw Harriet Tubman, and I was like, that would be good too. And I'm thinking, I know some people are doing like a new start for the inauguration on January 20th. Some patriotic stuff is kind of the theme. There's a beautiful chart by the Whistle Stop Stitcher, Jennifer? Yeah. That she put out. It's a free chart that she put out that is a beautiful patriotic chart. And I was thinking about maybe that one, or maybe doing Miss Tubman. I think that would be a great, reminder of our history and everything that we have done, but we still have things that we want to do in our country to make it a better place. So, Okay, let's talk about some more stitchy kindness. So, I am participating in a stitch along with Kristen of the Steel City Stitchers. And we are doing the Autumn Towne, which is the new pattern by Autumn Lane Stitchery. And it has, it's like a New England town with the leaves changing color. It's beautiful. I didn't bring my laptop or my iPad over to show you a picture of it. But I had watched their video and I was, I guess, not really paying attention as I should have been. But I thought that Kristen was saying that she had bought it and that she was going to start it. And so I messaged her like when I watched it, and I was like, "Hey, have you figured out what fabric you're using?" And she's like, "Oh, no, I don't know. Maybe I'll see what something." I like the idea because it's green, and so you don't have to stitch the grass, which is the called for, like the effect that they wanted it. And then she was like, "Maybe I'll ask Jody to see if she can come up with something, or do you want to stitch along with it?" I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great." And then one thing turned into another, and then Jody dyed some amazing fabric for us, and then Kristen sent me half of it, and she has the other half, and so we're going to be stitching on the same fabric, the same piece. I did get the fancy floss, and I think she's doing it in DMC. There's, most of it's DMC, but there's like 2 Gloriana silks and some weeks. That's like, the weeks is like the roof, and there's a yellow color as well. And then the Gloriana is some of the like bright red and orange colors of the leaves, which I thought, those are really cool. I want to get those. I have special ordered those through Fire Poppies, but I haven't, it's going to be a little bit longer to get them, but I'll get started with there's plenty of other stuff that's DMC, and so I'll get started with that part that's DMC. But the fabric. So this is the green fabric that Jody dyed for us. It is a 32 count Lugana, and it is great. It's very similar to the called for. It's a little bit more green than what's showing. It's kind of being washed out, but that's closer maybe. Feel a little bit like Wilson here, if you get that reference. But yeah, it's great. I mean, it's like a half a yard. I was like, that's so much fabric, because it just came in today. Like, girl, that's a lot. Which is like, oh yeah, well, I figure we'll find something else we can stitch on it too. I was like, okay, that works. But yeah, I am excited to get that started. We are starting it. You do not have to start with us, but you can certainly join along with us. And I'll put the hashtag down below. But we are starting it the day after Christmas. And it is Holiday Hangover Sal. Holiday Hangover Sal. I think. It's going to be written down below. I haven't started typing it yet because I haven't posted about it. So I think that's what it is. But it'll be written down below. You'll certainly be able to find it. And it's for the Autumn Lane Stitchery's Autumn Towne. And we're doing that. We're starting the day after Christmas because we're kind of like, we're over with Christmas. It's done. Let's do something else. And so we're starting this autumn thing because, that season's not happening right now. But I keep trying to convince Jody to stitch it with us. I even told her, it's like, you could do like a corner of it. It's a bigger piece. Maybe you don't want to spend all that time on just that one, but you could do a corner. Just like, dye up some Aida and do that little corner. Be like a tiny Autumn Towne or a corner Autumn Towne, something like that. But no luck as of yet. Is she fully on board with the bandwagon? But we'll see. And okay. I also, so you saw part of my order from Vicky Stitch and Gable. Vicky Stitch and Button. She is on Facebook is her group, Stitch and Button, and you can purchase. She has needle minders, froggers, scissor fobs, lots of different things. She has bags, and she does quite a bit of bags. So you can get, there's a lot of different and she does the vinyl front, so you can look at that. But she does a lot of needle minders, and I was like, I want to get some. I keep meaning to look through her stuff, and she has some nice, what are they? The like acrylic, I think it's acrylic or acetate, I don't remember, but they're really great. So I got a few. So this is a little peacock, and I got this little Baby Yoda, or the child, or he has a name that's in the most recent season of The Mandalorian, but I will not spoil that, although it's not much of a spoil, but you'll find it if you watch this present season of Mandalorian, which just ended last week. Oh, it's so good. So good. And then I also got this Golden Girls Stay Golden, because the Golden Girls are amazing, and I love watching the Golden Girls, you know, on reruns, and on Hulu, I think they are. And then she also sent me this extra one that is just a little night sky kind of look to it. It's really pretty, or space. I don't know. I like it. And you saw the Frogger, which was Doctor Who. So those were all great, and it's like she has them in albums, and you me please it, and then she sends you an invoice, and you know, that whole thing. And then the last bit of, well, not the last bit of haul, we have another thing. So I pre-ordered Triton, which is the new Bella Filipina design from Fire Poppies, as part of their, is it Cyber Monday? I don't remember what it was. No, it wasn't Cyber Monday, but they had like a free shipping day. They did different sales each day over Thanksgiving, Black Friday, and that weekend, or maybe from Black Friday through on. And so part of that was free shipping, and I pre-ordered Mr. Triton, and I am doing him, I didn't, I already have fabric for him. I'm going to be starting him on New Year's Day. He's my selected New Year, New Start that I have picked out to do. And, oh, come on. I know it's in here. I just saw it. Yeah. And I have this really pretty, it's also an opalescent fabric from Brandy, but this is Reef, which is, she had this on a Friday night fight night, but it has a name. This is in her store, this colorway. It's gorgeous, and I think he's going to be great. I think maybe I'll go this way with him. That's just an initial thought. We'll see. I'll have to play around with it. But it's a beautiful blue, green, and you know, some like tan to it. It looks amazing. I messaged Brandy when I got this and I was like, this color is amazing. You like, you come up with this stuff and it's perfect. So this is opalescent, and I'll be doing that, starting him. Still need some of the like beads and Krynic, and there's a silk I need to get to, but I've definitely got enough to start on New Year's Day. So we'll be doing that. If you watch the Sunshine Stitchers, Gary, he was also going to start it on New Year's Day, but he started it ahead of time because he wanted to. So that was, so I mean, he'll have it done before I will, because he's not, I want to get him started and spend a few days on him, but he's not going to be a big, like, he's not part of my projected whip go, but that could change. Oh, so this is the Winter Solstice box from Bestitch Me. This is the last piece of haul. Well, there's lots of things in here. I pre-ordered this. This is the second box that she did. She did the Halloween one. This one was able to be ordered before Halloween had happened. I didn't get the Halloween one, mostly because I don't stitch a whole lot of Halloween stuff, and a lot of those colors are not like I mean, I like some of them, but it's kind of hit and miss for me. So it's like, I'm gonna pass on that. But I love winter stuff, and I like winter. I was like, I'll do this one. And it's great. It's amazing. There's lots of stuff in here. Becca Sambry Stitches did a whole unboxing of hers. I'm gonna go through stuff kind of quickly because we're already at 45 minutes, and this is supposed to be a shorter version of my videos when I don't spend, it's only been a week and a half, but it's a lot of stuff. Okay, so I got this cute blue Arctic mug that stays cold and stays hot depending on what you put in it. And we got these cute thread sorters with snowflakes on them. I definitely will use this. I'm not sure exactly how, because I usually put them on thread drops so that I have the color and the number and the symbol. Sorry, we got interrupted. I had a phone call that came in. Okay, so I'm gonna go through this pretty quickly. So we've got Momo Mint, which is a mint cocoa mix that is, you can't really see, but there it is. It looks really tasty. I love mint, I love thin mint, so that's definitely something that I plan to dig into. We got some silks, which are a beautiful winter colorway, blues and a gray. Looks great. I'm gonna dig into that. I'm gonna do the fabrics last. We got some blue and snowflake thread drops, which are great. I use plain white ones, but I will definitely be using that at some point. And then she sent us these bead nabber, like they've got a little sticky end at the end there for the beads, and that would be great because it is, I've done some beading with my ornament that I made for my mom, and that is going to be, I think that's going, I'm not showing those FFOs because I did two FFOs for my mom and then my grandmother's hydrangea piece, but they're wrapped, so we're not gonna get them. But anyway, I'll take pictures of them later and I'll put it in the next video. We got a nice little scissor fob, or you could put it on a thing, and then she also sent a little Frogger. Pretty, jangly. I mean, I like the colors and I like those things, but well, not but it's just, I don't know if I'll use it. It's so delicate, and I'm not the most delicate person. We got a cute little wooden needle minder that has night sky on it, which is great. I'll definitely use that. There's also this needle tin, and it's got a pretty night sky made from like polymer clay on the top there. And I think there was an option to get with a big project bag or get a project bag, and I didn't go that route. I probably would the next time, but we did get these beautiful bags that have Be Stitch Me on it, and you can fit lots of things in it. It's a nice canvas tote. Love a canvas tote. I mean, I will definitely be using that. And then we get fabric. And I went with 32 count Jobelan. I've been enjoying the Jobelan a lot in my most recent things, although I did just start something on Lugana and it was great too. So, but I like both of them. And so there's 6 fabrics, and I'm gonna go through them pretty quickly. So we've got My Precious, which is a nice like light blue and tan. I don't know if you can even see that. It's really pretty. Yeah. I need to go watch Becca's video, which I know she did it, and it's on my list of things to watch, but I'll definitely get to it this break. But I want to see some of these in like the other people's colors, or in the other fabrics, not colors, but the way because the dye takes color differently. But this is Barren, which is a nice purple plum kind of color. I said I don't really like taupe. I don't think this is really taupe, but this is not what I was, you know, people might say it is. But I think I'm going to use this for Bellatrix, that new Bella Filipina pattern from this couple months ago. I think I'm going to be stitching along with somebody. See you. And I think I'm going to use this. So I think that would be great. But I haven't made a decision. And then we've got Ledger, which is a nice light blue streaks with some white or like cream, which is really pretty. I think this might be for one of the Holiday Gay Trio from Julie. I might use that. And then this one I really like. This is one of my favorites from the box. This is Black Ice, and it is a gorgeous blue black. That's amazing. That is amazing. And then we've got Winter Solstice, just nice purple. And I really like the effect that she got on with the way the dye was. You know, that's really pretty. Kind of reminds me of the way like Rolanda from Hand Dyed Rolanda, some of her stuff, the way the dye looks on it. I don't know how they do it, but it looks really pretty. And then this is Aurora, which is probably my favorite from here. It's so pretty. You see that? Isn't that just... I mean, you could do something really pretty on this, like a big Bella Filipina lady or something. It's great. You could go do several things on it. I really like it. I'm really happy I got this. She has 2 boxes up for order. There's a holiday one for Valentine's Day and one for St. Patrick's Day. And there's a lot of stuff to them, and you can get different fabrics and all the different stuff. There's not 6 fabrics in those, but I think one has 3 and one has 4, or maybe one has 2 and one has 3. I don't remember, but you can check out her website to find that. And then she will be doing a spring equinox box. I think she's doing I imagine would be similar to this one. So I think I might do that one. I don't know about the other ones just because of I don't know about the Valentine's Day and just the like pink and red or whatnot. But hey everybody, so I just wanted to come in here and I mentioned a little bit earlier that I was thinking about doing an insert for my WIPGO information. I also realized that I haven't really planned out or thought about doing like a year in the review or anything like that. I'm going to do those 2 together. So there will be another video in the next week or so. I'm not going to film it tonight, but I'll be doing another video talking about my WIPGO board and my plans for next year and go over what I did this year and kind of things, that kind of stuff. So I just want you all to know that I appreciate all of you sticking around, watching to the end of the video. I know not everybody does, but I don't always watch everybody's videos to the end. So I appreciate that, and I want you, thank you for commenting, liking, subscribing, doing all those things. As I've said before, the main reason why I wanted to do this was to get more interaction with people. And I enjoy that aspect the most. So if you have any questions, send me a message on Instagram, leave me a comment here. I do check it and I try to get back to you all and respond to them. So, let me know if that's something that you have any questions about. You will see me reaching up. I misplaced my clicker, so I have to do the old school way of actually touching the screen, to turn off the video. So anyway, you all have a great time. Enjoy the holidays, New Year's, everything. Have a great one, and enjoy your stitching. Bye.